Hello, Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I hope that you're all doing well today. Please note these are general messages, so they're not going to resonate for everyone. Just take what does and leave the rest. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can find a link to my website in the description box below. Turnaround time right now is 2 to 3 days. So let's see what we got for you guys. Again, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What have we got, please, Spirit, for Taurus? Relationships. Okay, the relationship card just came out, but it came out in reverse. It says, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. But because that came out in reverse, something tells me you've been having issues as of late with certain individuals. Let's keep going. See what else is there. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay? You could be jealous of someone, or they could be jealous of you. They could be jealous maybe if you've gotten out of a relationship with them and you're moving on to other people. And then also, I have empathy coming out, and that's in reverse. It says, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So, it's possible you could be dealing with somebody who is lacking in empathy. And of course, their envious side of them may be causing them trouble, or possibly you. Don't shoot the messenger. These are just the cards that Spirit has for you today. So, it's possible too that, if you don't have a relationship right now, you might be looking at other relationships and thinking, why don't I have that? Or their life is so good. And I deserve that. Why can't I have it? I've been trying so hard. I've done so much. And then, funny enough, with the empathy in reverse, it's almost as though Spirit is asking you to realize that not every relationship is perfect. And maybe you're going to find that relationships, you don't need a relationship, especially if it's romantic. You don't need a romantic relationship to be happy. And maybe that's something that you need to learn. Or perhaps that's something that somebody else needed to learn. Look at that. 10 of Cups in reverse. An unhappy home life right now. That's normally about happy ever after, everything going well. But in reverse, it's not exactly the best card to get. And I think, too, it's also maybe to do with family members. If possible, maybe as of late you fell out with somebody, maybe a brother, a sister, mom, dad, anyone really. It could be even a grandparent, but it also speaks to dysfunction. And maybe you're having troubles with relationships now in your life because of a dysfunctional family that you grew up with. Because usually when we come from broken homes, for example, we don't have that security or stability. So anything such as divorce or separation, conflict, or disharmony will affect us later on. It could even speak to social services for some people, or losing their home, or even isolation, or even foster families. And in its absolute worst, it could speak to neglect and abuse. So it's possible that that has had an effect on your life, and now you're not attracting healthy people to you. In all honesty, it could be a good thing to take a look at maybe even some counseling or therapy, because something tells me you continue to attract people who take too much and give you nothing. And that could very well be because of codependency issues that maybe you picked up while you were growing up. Or this could very well be the type of people that you're dealing with. And although I don't feel that, I feel that you're the one who's at the mercy of possibly narcissistic types, people that are very high in narcissistic traits. And you're feeling left out. You're feeling as though you're never going to be happy. Because every which way you turn, yeah, see, it's a belief right there. That is the Ace of Swords. So this is a belief that you hold. You're holding a belief deep down that you're never going to be happy. And of course, then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. There's a lot of books out there that can help, but therapy is a huge, huge thing for those that have gone through these types of situations. And it really does help with trying to figure it out and getting our heads all unscrambled, and also understanding the dynamics of the individuals that we attract. And staying in this Four of Swords reversed energy, as much as you heal, there's still a lot more information or truths that you could find out. Or maybe some of you have just recently found out the dynamics weren't as good as you really initially thought that they were. And so this is really playing out in your adult life. Maybe even to the point where you're tired of being so empathetic to others because your empathy is on overdrive. And so you attract those who balance it out by having no empathy, right? Because it's like on a spectrum. So say here's the balance and here would be the middle. It's like your empathy is here. So to make a whole, you're attracting somebody with no empathy. Does that make sense? So if your empathy was to say here, and you attracted someone, well, their empathy will probably be there to be a match, right? Still not as much as yours. So you want to look for people that have empathy at the level you have it. So it's a balance, give and take, right? And no, that is not easy to do. But if you focus on yourself and your healing, believe it or not, it will sort itself out and the right people will come along because it becomes a magnetic match, right? There we go. See? Wheel of Fortune. It's time for change. Spirit has come in now, and Spirit is telling you that it's time to change old habits and ways of thinking. And changes are happening now in your favor. And as much as this feels like it sucks, it's actually for your highest good. And it's going to lead you to your destiny and to new love, right? And new love starts with self-love. So there you go, Taurus. It starts with the Ace of Cups, which is learning how to love yourself. From there, you can go to the Two of Cups, which is attracting healthy relationships. So I think what Spirit is trying to say to you right now is it's time to pour that love into yourself. Start again. Start a new cycle of healing. Turn this Four of Swords upright in that energy and give yourself a chance to heal, especially from this rocky foundation that you started with. It wasn't fair, absolutely not, but life isn't fair, unfortunately. And the good thing about unfairness is that you get to find out what you're worth. And this is going to force you to step up and to stop investing so much in those that don't matter and start investing in yourself. Right? And eventually, you will get to your 10 of Cups, your emotional fulfillment. But right now, I feel that whether you're in a relationship and it's unhealthy, or whether you've just gotten out of one that's unhealthy, right now is about you. And it's about looking after yourself. And really learning about the dynamics of unhealthy relationships. And you might even surprise yourself. You might not even realize some of the unhealthy traits that you had picked up because you learned it, right? It's like what we read will be sown. So you could have picked up bad habits that maybe you're also exhibiting in your love life or with friendships or with family as well. Because why? You weren't taught any different. And so if you're not taught any different, then you continue on the path of destruction. But Spirit loves you and Spirit wants you to have happiness because they've heard you. They've heard your call. They've heard you reach out and say, look, I need some help here. I need to understand what is it. They're telling you they're here for you. And it starts with you. Know thyself, right? So definitely start there so that you can get an understanding, so that you can move away from these unhealthy types of individuals. That being said, what's coming for you in the near future? What's coming for Taurus in the near future, please, Spirit? Yeah, see, King of Pentacles in reverse. So that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy right there. But it's about being out of control, not having control of your life. This person could even be quite overly controlling, and I think maybe you've just, unfortunately, maybe it came from an unstable father figure. Maybe you didn't have the best nurturing father and you constantly were trying to live up to them and you never could. But now Spirit is telling you, guess what? It's time for you to find your inner strength and your courage, because you are good enough. You're more than good enough. And anybody that projected their insecurities out onto you, it was their insecurities. But they would try and point out other people's flaws because it made them feel better. So I think that you're going to find this strength right here and this courage, which is amazing, to face whatever it is that's making you feel unsettled and insecure in life. And look at that. And you're going to get a new lust for life. As you do that, you're actually going to get excited. You're going to feel that spark ignite within you to get out there and live again and want to live again. And then look at that. Remember how this card first came out in reverse, 10 of Cups? It now has come out to 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Because you're taking good care of yourself. You're looking after yourself. And not only that, but you're becoming your own best friend. And why? Because you are honestly and truthfully looking at the past. This card is amazing. The Judgment card comes before the World card, and the World card is about endings. So Judgment speaks to Judgment Day, where you're able to look back on your past situations and really look at them without an ego or without false belief systems. It's like you've come through that, or you will come through that, and you'll be able to take an honest look at what needs to be changed. And you'll be able to forgive the past. You'll be able to forgive other things because you'll have a deeper understanding as to why it happened as it did. And from there, those old cycles will end, and of course, you'll have a decision. You'll have a decision and a lot more opportunities coming in. You'll have a decision to make as to whether or not you're going to incorporate these new lessons that you've learned or these new ways of being, or you'll have a decision to go backwards. So it's up to you, really, right now, as to whether or not you're going to choose to end the cycles and learn from them. But Spirit says you definitely have the strength to do it. And not only that, but the confidence. And you're going to feel so much more confident as well. It's a big journey that some of you are going on. And again, this reading isn't for everybody, but for those of you who this is resonating for you, you are on a big spiritual journey right now. You're starting to ascend and you're starting to transform. So this is a pretty big deal. I'm just saying, it's a pretty big deal. So now let's get you your postcard from Spirit. See what Spirit has for my Tauruses today. Oh, I'm so proud of you guys because I know how hard it is to have to try and untangle the past just so you can deal with the future, right? So there you go. There's your postcard. And it says, Dear you, check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind actions you plan on taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. Is the source of your motivation desire or entitlement? Maybe you're drawn to a certain path because you think it will bring you a feeling related to the outcome you seek, like safety or wholeness. Know that you will see a reflection in the outer world of the motive that drives you forward. Isn't that the truth? And so wasn't I saying that about the unhealthy relationships that maybe you've been attracting is because you are maybe seeking security And because you're seeking security, you're actually getting insecure people who make your life very insecure. And the reason why is because you have to be able to be secure within yourself first before you can attract somebody who is secure and stable, right? And that comes with trusting yourself. And you can only trust yourself once you go in and do the work. And then it says, do you need a motive? Can you simply be pulled in the direction your soul calls you toward? Joy, discovery, growth, or adventure? Didn't I tell you this is a new adventurous beginning? A new soul's journey, it's growth and discovery. And also it'll bring you happiness as well, because you're going to be able to untangle that spider web that you've been crawling in for so long, right? That's kept you stuck. Participating in something compelling and meaningful without trying to define it. If you can step forward, surrendered to whatever spirit has in store for you, and remember that Wheel of Fortune card, you will be amazed at how things turn out. Check your motives, then hand them over to spirit. Everybody here wants the best for you. Life loves you more than you know. Wow, this is definitely a big time of change for you guys, and I just know you're going to kick ass. You will. There's no question about it. So let's get you your affirmation card. What is the affirmation card, please, for Taurus right now? Okay. I am connected to all of life. And then it says, I am spirit, light, energy, vibration, color, and love. I'm connected with every person on the planet and with all of life. Okay? So that, I hope, helps you to not feel so alone in this journey, although it may feel like it at first because you've got to go within. But once you go within, you're going to see just how connected you actually are to everybody and everything. And then once you get good with you, wow. And once you have a really good understanding about the dynamics of things and relationships, all of a sudden, I promise you, you're going to come out of this feeling so emotionally connected to everything. And then you're going to attract exactly the types of people who will bring you what you're looking for. Isn't it funny how everything is a paradox? If we want something, we have to let it go. It's like if we don't cling to it and we don't try to control it, it works itself out and it comes to you. It's like people who find love when they're not looking for it and don't want it because they already have the love. They're happy on their own. It's like, it's just so bizarre how it works out like that. But trust me, Taurus, you are on an incredible journey right now, and I can't wait to see how this all continues to unfold for you. Sending you so much love. Please remember to click like as it helps to support the channel. And I look forward to seeing you guys again real soon. Have a great one. Bye.